This presentation will look at how teachers put their students in the best position to acquire writing skills by applying the principles and processes of how children learn to write, as well as delivering effective assessment and evaluation to guide teaching. Children begin writing sometime before they begin school, particularly if they see others around them writing. According to McLean and McNamee, children 18 months or sometimes younger can hold a pencil or crayon, and as their motor coordination improves, they can produce recognisable shapes. Young children experiment with writing, including the creation of shopping lists with scribbles, and generally start writing their first and last names before building up a small bank of high-frequency words. Children modelling these abilities are in the first of 3 stages of development, the emergent stage. Teachers support children's development of writing skills in this stage by surrounding them with high-frequency words, varied opportunities to practice writing, and by helping them correctly hold a pencil. They expose young children to the alphabet, first through their own names and environmental print, and learn the alphabet by singing the song. In the beginning stage, children can spell 20 to 50 high-frequency words and do so phonetically. Tompkins, Campbell and Green state students in this stage start using punctuation marks, reread their writing and leap from writing 1 to 2 sentences to longer compositions. Teachers discuss punctuation marks when reading big books to the class, have students correct punctuation in shared writing activities on the smartboard, and help students think about writing for an audience. Children in the last stage fluently write well-developed multi-paragraph compositions. They use the writing process to refine and draft, and they spell most high-frequency and one-syllable words correctly. Teachers can teach fluent stage students about origins of words to help them with decoding spelling, and encourage authors' chairs so they can share their writing and get constructive feedback. Research indicates it is important for teachers to recognise these stages because students are better placed to learn to write when a teacher understands how children learn and adapts instructional practices to accommodate students. Tompkins et al. Claim there has been a resurgence in the teacher-centred approach to learning, including a focus on the likes of curriculum standards and high-stakes tests. However, Tracy and Morrow argue that multiple theoretical perspectives are still required to improve literacy instruction. It is important that a teacher uses not only teacher-centred approaches such as supervision and providing information like that offered through a mini-lesson, but also focuses on student-centred approaches such as interactive writing and literature circles. This could be demonstrated by a teacher using the teacher-centred practice of reading The Little Refugee by Doe and Doe and discussing some of the words which may be unfamiliar before focusing on a student-centred KWL chart on Vietnam. Teachers also improve student writing with the use of cueing systems. Cueing systems are sound, structure, meaning, social and cultural use, and information about the text. Halliday believes students can use all 5 systems simultaneously to write a text. Research indicates sound cues are especially important for emerging writers. This is so because phonological awareness is required for students to form spelling knowledge. Teachers could creatively help young students with their writing through phonological cues such as encouraging inventive spelling or the recognition of rhyming words through informal games. Research also reveals students need to be part of a classroom community. Tompkins et al. Emphasises these communities offer comfort because they feel like a safe place where predictable routines and literacy procedures occur. The result is motivated learners who are actively involved and engaged in reading and writing activities. McDavid and Ormrod also cite benefits in creating a community of learners, claiming it promotes complex thinking processes and motivates students. Setting routines and expectations at the start of the year, such as the way students participate in author's chair or take part in shared writing activities, are examples of how a classroom community is established. Teachers also help students by modelling how expert writers write, as well as providing examples from well-known and respected authors. United Kingdom Literacy Association says students benefit when teachers show writerly behaviour, share compositional challenges, and when children have access to quality text to inspire their own writing. Winch and Holiday believe that teachers and students solve text construction problems during guided writing exercises and discuss language choices. This idea of students learning from more competent individuals is not new. Russian psychologist Lev Vygotsky theorised that children could perform more challenging tasks when assisted by adults or more capable peers. Teachers creatively help students with the writing process by writing compositions on interactive whiteboards so the class can see how the teacher writes. In early primary school, teachers record children's dictations on the child's paintings and brainstorm lists of words to demonstrate expert writing. In upper primary school, students benefit from watching how peers approach writing activities through collaborative book writings or on KWL charts. It is important teachers realise writing cannot be taught explicitly without reading, speaking, listening and viewing. Many expert teachers achieve balance through programs that look at different text elements. As an example, a teacher could read the big book version of Possum Magic, ask questions, have young students discuss their favourite part of the book and create a list of unfamiliar keywords. The teacher could also approach the lesson creatively by having students write an acoustic poem on the class computers. Teachers also alter the amount of support they provide depending on student needs and instructional purpose. Tompkins et al. Details how the level of support varies from high to low, starting with modelled writing such as think alouds and demonstrations. The next shared level of support is demonstrated when teachers write students' ideas for a story on the whiteboard, while students assist with spelling or high-frequency words. The next level of support is interactive support, which involves co-creation of text and sharing of writing, while guided support could be shown when a teacher delivers a lesson on writing a procedure, strategy or skill. Finally, the support is minimal at the independent level, with students writing stories and other compositions as the teacher monitors their work. Anderson uses the zoom in, zoom out technique to scaffold his students' learning, and finds zooming in on a context, teaching it, and then putting it back into the original context of the text helps build student understanding. No matter what the support, it should always be varied according to capability, student development, and the task at hand. Parents also need to support their children's reading and writing development. Current research indicates children are more likely to make connections with their learning when it is authentic and relates to their own world and interests. Parents often offer teachers the best insight into their child's interests. Hutchins, Grendale and Epstein encourage family reading and writing nights to engage parents in their child's literacy journey. Hayes's model of writing describes how children go through the stages of planning, drafting, revising, editing and publishing their work so their audience can understand what they are writing. Tompkins et al. Says these steps are not linear but are used by students in recurring cycles. Teachers help students choose a topic, consider why they are writing and what form it will take, and gather ideas during the pre-writing stage. Research shows teachers help students choose a purpose and form by building knowledge about the topic and showing examples of text types. Teachers help students gather and organise ideas through drawing pictures, brainstorming lists of words, reading books, internet research, and talking through ideas with classmates. Children learn to draft their work by leaving lines for revisions and corrections and crossing out sections to delete. In the revising stage, children consider their audience and make revisions. Daryl Wianka states that students use drafting and revision to refine the sophisticated language skills they use to guide the reader. Before students can publish their text, they must edit it, which includes reviewing, revising and rewriting to make better use of the elements of style, clarity, meaning, style and voice, as well as deleting unnecessary information. Assessment is crucial when teaching children to write because it guides further instruction, acts as an instrument for teachers to consider the effectiveness of the instruction, and helps students work towards improving their writing. Tompkins et al. Suggests teachers provide feedback by telling students what has been done well, asking them to explain what they believe could be improved, before the teacher reveals one or two other items to improve. Finally, the teacher praises the student for a specific element they did well. Formative assessment is arguably the most effective type of writing assessment. Macmillan describes formative assessment as collecting of evidence of learning, providing feedback to students and adjusting teaching strategies to enhance learning. Writing rubrics and student portfolios are examples of formative assessment. Rubrics are a great tool for assessing writing because they dissolve the subjectiveness and set specific criteria according to levels of achievement. A writing rubric could assess the likes of text type, quality of language used, organisation of the writing and spelling. Teachers also conference with students about their writing and provide mini lessons as needed. Informal assessment and evaluation methods are also useful, including the observation of how students move through the writing process. Tompkins et al. Says teachers also use the likes of weekly spelling tests to guide instruction, particularly if patterns of spelling issues arise concerning phonics, morphemes, or visual memory. It is clear expert teachers deliver creative instruction which takes into account how children acquire writing skills. Effective teachers do this while conducting regular assessments so they can adapt their instruction to meet the needs of their students and offer timely feedback so students can grow as writers.